The five of clubs visually changes into the two of hearts. The card instantly changes. The magician makes a card vanish in mid-air. And I'm even going to teach you this incredible colour change. This might be the most visual magic trick ever created. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So my name's Oscar Owen and I'm a professional magician and magic coach. And in today's video, you're going to learn 5 incredible card tricks that anyone can do. Let's start off with trick number 1. So the magician's got a deck of cards and he shows that on the very top is the 5 of clubs. And if you want to change the 5, all you've got to do is rub it and the 5 changes to the 2 of hearts. And if you want to change it back, it's very simple. You just take the 2, give it a little rub, and it changes back into the 5 of clubs. So the secret behind this trick is very simple. It relies on an old card switch known as the Erdnase change, and this is how it works. Take 2 different coloured cards because it makes the change much more visual. So I've got a red card and a black card, and place them on the bottom of the deck, or the top of the deck if the deck's face up. Then what you're going to do is simply come over with your other hand and cover the card with your entire hand, then open up your first and middle finger so you can see the pip of the card here. So this is just a nice little convincer. You cover the card like this. So the spectators can see that the 5 is still there. And then all you're going to do is move the 5 forward with this part of your hand here. So all you're going to do is cover it up and then slide the 5 forward, and it's going to create this little gap at the bottom of the card here. Now, as I'm sliding it forward, I'm also using my first finger to make sure that the rest of the deck doesn't go forward. So I'm not pushing the entire deck. Rather, my first finger means only the top card is going forward because it's stopping the rest of the deck from sliding forward. Once you've got this little gap here, maybe about half an inch or so, you're going to use your palm to pull this card backwards, and you're going to keep pulling it backwards until it clips under this one here. And then you're just going to slide everything forward and square everything up. That's really how this works. So you're going to come back, you're going to slide it back and then forward. So let me just show you what this looks like all together. You have the cards like this. You cover the 5 but show the pip. You push the 5 forward, so you're in this position. You then slide this card all the way back and you palm it off. So now the card is actually palmed in my hand. And then you just square everything up and put the palmed card on top. And it creates a very, very visual color change. So this next magic trick is even more visual, and it's where you take a playing card and you visually change it just like that. Here's a closer look at the illusion. So for this trick, take 2 cards that are preferably different colors and just place them on top of each other like this. Now this is known as the snap change. And all that's going to happen is you're going to hold these cards between your thumb, middle finger and first finger like this, and you're literally just going to pull back with your middle finger in a snapping motion. That's why it's known as the snap change. And as you do this, your middle finger will pull back the first card and it will put it behind it like this. So it's kind of hard to do this slowly, but essentially you're doing that. And then obviously this card is hidden behind, and all you're going to really be doing, the way in which I recommend you practice this, is just to begin with, really slowly, just practice moving the card back with your middle finger and just gradually get this faster and faster until you can do it in a snapping motion. Then the last thing you want to do to really sell this illusion is as you snap back, flick the card forward, and it just creates a very visual card change. Another interesting way to do this move is you hold the cards between your fingers, but in this hand it's really loose, and you do the change, and it almost looks even more impossible because it's happened whilst both hands are holding onto the cards. So you can also do the change like that. Now this next magic trick is one of my absolute favorites. So as you can see, we've got a playing card here. And all we're going to do is we're going to take the playing card, put it in my pocket, and that card vanishes and then reappears in my hand. And we can just keep doing this over and over again. We can take the card, we can put it in my pocket, and then we can just keep making the card appear, then vanish, put it back in my pocket. And there really is only one card here. And we can then just take this card, make it vanish, and then make it reappear just like that. So this is a really beautiful illusion that uses 2 cards. The first thing you need to practice is holding one of the cards in classic palm like this and going from this position to this position where you produce the card. So you hold the card in classic palm, you're just putting it in the palm of your hand, and then you use your thumb and middle finger to grab the card and bring it into view. The second thing you need to practice is a very basic card vanish, which essentially is you take the card between your thumb, your first finger and middle finger, you extend your middle finger, and then you just pull back on the card and you put it into this position here. So you go from here to here. That's all you're really practicing. And the card has actually been held in what is known as Tenkai palm, like this. So the card is basically facing the spectator, you extend your middle finger, you pull back on the card and bring it into your palm, and you kind of grab the card with your thumb, and it allows you to show your hand kind of empty from the front. So you just need to practice these two moves in isolation, and you don't have to be that fast with them actually. It's just about getting used to doing this and getting used to palming a card and then producing it. And then all you're doing for this illusion is putting these two moves together. So this is how it works. You palm one card and you show the other card to the spectators. You then come in with your other hand, and as this hand covers the card that's in view, this is when you do the vanish of this card and you produce this card at the same time. And this just creates this really beautiful and visual illusion that you've just taken the card, put it in your pocket, and then you reproduce it. Now, actually, you're not really putting this card in your pocket, you're just putting it into classic palm again, and then you come in, you pretend to take the card, and you just do this over and over again, and it's just this really beautiful visual illusion that, it's just tricks the brain when you see it. So you do this over and over again, as many times as you want, and then eventually, once you've done that enough, you do really put this card into your pocket, and then produce this one here, and then you can come in and show both hands empty, and this is like an extra way to just sell this illusion. And then what you're going to do is the final vanish, where this hand comes in front again, but with no card this time. You do the vanish, so you pull it into your hand, and then you just show that the card is gone, and then the card is back. So at full speed it looks like this, the card is gone, and then you produce it again. Now, very quickly, if you want to become an amazing magician and become the life of the party and learn magic in less than 90 days, then please check out my card magic course, Card Magic Pro. It's the most popular magic course in the world with over 10,000 students, and it just teaches the best magic tricks ever created, and it will turn you into an amazing magician in 90 days or less. It's absolutely perfect for beginners who just want to learn the best magic tricks that are just too good to reveal on YouTube, so click the first link in the description to check it out. Next up, let's learn how to vanish a card into thin air. The card visually vanishes. So all you need to do is take any playing card and just fold it in half like this, and then fold this bit down in half like that. So you've created this zigzag fold in the card. What I've actually done is scored this as well to get really clean folds. So there's a fold here and there's a fold here. Take the bottom fold and cover it with your hand, and then take these two fingers and pinch the bottom corner of the card. All that's going to happen is you are going to use your thumb to pull the card down like that, whilst your thumb and first finger move away. From the front view, it looks like this. You move your thumb and pull the card down, whilst you move your hand away, and it looks as if the card is vanishing. The card will naturally fall into a finger palm, and you can just do this to create the illusion that the card's gone. Finally, let's learn an incredible trick where you magically change the colour of the entire deck. Imagine waving your hand over a blue deck and then changing every card into a red card. This is perhaps the most visual colour change ever created. How is it possible? Take 5 blue cards and stick 2 thin magnets to the back here and here. Link in the description to where to get these. So this is what it looks like. I've glued 2 magnets to the back of 5 blue playing cards, then I've put some double-sided tape on top of the magnets. Now take a normal blue card and stick it to the double-sided tape about ½ an inch to the side, like this. Then put double-sided tape on the card you just stuck down, and finally put a third card on top like this. Finally do this one more time so you've got 4 cards stuck to each other. You want to do this with 4 out of the 5 blue cards that have magnets on their back. With the 5th blue card, simply stick it to a normal playing card, like this. Now turn over the cards and with the scissors, cut the card along the bottom card's edge. This will create this gimmick, and do this with the remaining 3 cards. Place these gimmicks on top of some red cards so it looks like a blue deck. Now just get some cardboard and attach 2 magnets to it the same width as the magnets on the back of the card. Finally get some Play-Doh or some putty and stick it to the top of this cardboard so you can hold the cardboard between your thumb and first finger. Now when you wave your hand over the cards, the cardboard picks up the blue cards, changing the deck to red. If you want to become a really confident and impressive magician in 90 days or less, then check out this video here where I explain exactly how to do it.